Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. And from Slamdance, I'm very happy to be talking to the filmmakers from Darkness on the Edge of Town. And I've got Emma Regan as well as Patrick Ryan here. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you, man. Good to be here. Thank you.
Absolutely. So first and foremost, let's talk a little bit about the film. I understand it's a Western.
Yeah.
I have yet to see this, but there's a little buzz up there at Treasure Mountain about this film, so I'm excited to talk about it. So
cool.
Background.
It's essentially a modern Western. It's kind of our take on a Western, so it's not a period Western set in the present day.
Right.
But we try and use the tropes and common touchstones of Westerns like shootouts and an evocative score and saloon brawls, that kind of thing, and put them forward in a modern kind of way, in a modern setting, contemporary way.
I have no idea what a saloon brawl is all about in the modern way. I've never been.
You should come to Ireland.
The truth is, yeah, that may not be entirely true. But I think that's always kind of fun because you take some of the things that are sort of kitschy and kitcheny about, camp, if you will, about Western,
exactly, yeah,
and pull it into now.
Yeah,
that's pretty fun.
Yeah, exactly, because they're a bit tired, at the genre. I think it was, of course, popular 20 years ago, but now it's kind of, it's not what you see a lot in films. So to portray that in a new way, I think is exciting, and to subvert it a little bit, yeah.
Well, really fun for an actor or actress to do that.
Absolutely, and what I was going to say as well, how Patrick contemporized it, but it's two females who are carrying the Western, which was, the opposite. So to the more classic Westerns.
And so what you're saying then is you're like a really mean cowgirl. Is that what you're saying?
I don't think I'm a cowgirl. No. So I play Cleo, and she's seeking revenge. At the beginning of the movie, she sees somebody killed her sister. So
well, there you go.
So that's the premise. She goes to seek revenge, and she doesn't realize that it's her one and only friend.
Oh my.
Yeah.
So, because I think and this is not to put you in this genre at all, but every Jean-Claude Van Damme film starts with somebody killing his wife or somebody close, right, a brother.
It's a classic
way to start him. Yeah, exactly.
And the dead-eyed kind of swearing of revenge is like, that's a Western touchstone, isn't it?
It is indeed. So it's a good way to start.
Let me get my gun and off we go.
You've got the revenge color too going on right now, which is kind of ideal for this. Yeah, I'm not taking any kind of thought from that, but it makes sense.
Yeah, I guess so. Right? I did not think of that at 6 o'clock this morning.
Sure you did. No, it looks like it's going to be a really fun film. I want to take a look at a clip of it real quick, and then we can talk about it some more. So here is Darkness on the Edge of Town.
Get them for what they did to my sister. I'll kill them.
Not kill, kill. You always should love a fight you couldn't win. I'm with you for whatever.
Wow, so it looks pretty good right there for sure. It brings up the question immediately of what you guys shot it on. What was the camera?
It was a Red One MX.
A Red One,
which is a great tool for us independent filmmakers because it gives you great quality at an affordable price.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sounds
it
like
has
an advert there for Red.
Yeah, it kind of does. Well, hey, it never hurts to help out the camera people when they help out you. That's for sure. But I get the impression there that, well, what I've seen of the Red typically, depending on the lens choice, is a very live feel. You know, it's something where you certainly get drawn into it.
Yeah.
A viewer.
Yeah, and it's great. It's great for those landscape shots, and we shot very wide because westerns are traditionally wide with very little close-up. So we tried to uphold that tradition. And it's great for that because it gives you that edge, cinematic edge, straight away.
Well, and that's something that's sort of again kind of campy to westerns. You know, big, huge, dramatic views. That's an important part of that.
Yeah.
One of the things I wanted to talk about too. This is not keep it in a western theme here. This is not your first rodeo. You've been here before. Right?
To
Utah. You've been
never.
This is
never.
It's our first time.
This is our first time. This is our first rodeo.
Wow, it is your first. So tell me the experience then. I would love to hear about that part of it.
Incredible.
It's incredible. Yeah, it's exciting and I think a little nerve-wracking to bring our take on a western to the home of the western, especially to Utah, with Monument Valley just at the bottom of the state.
When we have a little music going on right now, we probably had to have her strum a little more of the western twang to it right now while we're talking to kind of make it a little more dramatic. But so you like this?
Oh,
it's quite a place.
It's great. Yeah. It's fantastic to be here. For a little film from Ireland to come over here, I think is.
Just in the range of other movies that have been in competition as well, it's crazy.
I always
but
find
it sort of mirrors actually where we shot in Ireland is Kerry, and it's quite similar to Kerry in landscape. It's a lot of very mountainous and lots of small towns. Isn't it? So it's really fitting.
Not too far removed.
It's really fitting in many ways, and even like the western style. Yeah.
And this is as I understand, the only Irish film in Sundance. Is that right?
That's correct. Yeah.
That's pretty exciting for sure to be representing your country that way.
It is.
I guess the thought there is if we look a lot like Ireland, and it is gorgeous. I always think that it's kind of funny that people don't have a problem not shooting while they're here.
Yeah.
It's got, oh my gosh, I got to shoot while we're here, right?
Yeah. Well, that's what you think every time you step out of the door.
Right?
Almost. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at all these places I could shoot. So does that mean you'll be back and come out here maybe and shoot something someday?
Hopefully, I'd love to. We're hustling down there on Main Street for the next film every day. So hopefully. And
then the depth of the cast here. How many people were in this film? It's a little smaller.
It was maybe 5 main casts and maybe 12 extended.
Yeah. Talk to me about, for a moment, the filmmaker, or I should say the actress, and let's touch both sides of this, and filmmakers' experience with the other people at Sundance, because I talk about this often. That's a lot different than Sundance in that regard. You guys really get to meet each other. You're staying all in the same place typically, or at least you're there every day.
Yeah.
What is that experience like?
It's very welcoming and it's inspiring as well because you get a sense of other people's. A lot of them had similar shoots to us, small budgets, short shoots, just 2-3 weeks, and at the same time extremely different movies. So we saw Diamond Tongues that was in just before you in the studio, and it's a very different movie, but they seem to have a very similar experience shooting and same story as we had in terms of raising the money and all young crew, young cast, getting it off the ground.
You probably get some new ideas too.
You do. You can almost feel the creativity in there. We're all based in the Treasure Mountain Inn, so every day you go in there and touch base with everyone. There's familiar faces. It's a great atmosphere, I think. And one that Sundance, as you said, doesn't afford you as much, I think.
Yeah, it's gotten so large, it's hard to do that. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys are having a great time here. I hope to see you back. Let's make it a second rodeo next year. Can we do that?
That would be great.
All right, so bring something exciting next year. Thank you so very much, both of you, for being here.
Thank you.
Again, it's Darkness on the Edge of Town. You can see it up at Treasure Mountain Inn. You still have one more showing? Is that right?
Tonight, yeah.
Tonight. So don't miss your opportunity to go see it at the Treasure Mountain Inn. Tickets are still available. We will be back with more right here on Park City Television's Mountain Morning Show.